Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Hornbill TV's Prime Time. First, the headlines. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Tuesday assured the Parliament that the government was providing all assistance to violence-hit Manipur to speed up its economic recovery. Ukraine endorsed an American proposal for a 30-day ceasefire and agreed to immediate negotiations with Russia in crunch talks in Jeddah on Tuesday after 3 years of grinding war. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Mauritian counterpart, Navin Chandra Ramgoolam, witnessed the signing of 8 MOUs on Wednesday, covering a wide range of sectors including clinic investigation, maritime traffic monitoring, infrastructure diplomacy, commerce capacity building, finance and the ocean economy. The Joint Parliamentary Committee on One Nation, One Election meeting chaired by PP Chaudhary announced a plan to launch a website where stakeholders and others can share their opinions on the bill. Those were the top headlines, and now for the news in details. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Tuesday assured the Parliament that the government was providing all assistance to violence-hit Manipur to speed up its economic recovery. She also was responding to the discussion on supplementary demands for grants for the year 2024 to 2025, demands for additional grants for the year 2021 to 2022, and budget of Manipur for the year 2025 and 2026. The supplementary demand for grants for 2024 to 2025 of Manipur worth rupees 1,861 crore, which was also placed on the table. It covers 20 demands and 1 appropriation. Rupees 948 crore is being sought for revenue expenditure and rupees 913 crore is for capital expenditure. She also informed the House that a contingency fund of worth rupees 500 crore has been announced for Manipur for the first time. Soon after her speech, Lok Sabha passed the Manipur Appropriation Bill 2025, the Manipur Appropriation Vote on Account Bill 2025, the Appropriation Bill 2025, Number 2 Bill 2025. In her speech, responding to Manipur MPs, she said steps have been taken to restore normalcy in the northeastern state, which has seen ethnic conflict for over 2 years now.
Total receipts are 35,368 crores. Revenue receipts are 27,231 crores. The state's own tax is about 2,634 crores and non-tax is about 400 crores. They are the receipts. Total expenditure has been estimated at 35,104 crores. And the revenue expenditure is 21,512 crores, capital is 7,773 crores. A receipt of 1,300 crore is projected under the special assistance for states, which is the 50-year interest-free amount that we give as a loan, but essentially eventually it is going to be a grant. And that is for the year 25-26. So as I said before, it is a vote on account asking for 6 months. And at this stage, for an amount of 17,947. Here too, similar to the way in which we have helped J&K, we are providing all the financial assistance to support a faster recovery of the economy for Manipur, sir. That is something which I'd like to put for consideration of all members. We will continuously support so that the recovery is faster. The supplementary demand for grants for 24-25 of Manipur is also on the table here, sir. And supplementary demand for grants for 24-25 is an amount of 1,861 crores. It covers 20 demands and 1 appropriation. 948 crore is being sought for revenue expenditure. 913 crore supplementary is for capital expenditure. One good thing which has already been done for the Manipur finance management is they never had a contingency fund till now. Now, when we are coming up with this vote on account and a supplementary demand for 24-25, 500 crore corpus is being given so that they will have a contingency fund from now kept every year. If necessary, more can be added to it. But that system which did not exist before, we have now got.
There was on government pledging full recovery for Manipur's support. Heading on to the next news, where Mizoram Chief Minister announced his change over stance over scrapping of free movement regime on Monday. Speaking during assembly session, Laldu Homa said his government felt the necessity of restricting movement across India to Myanmar border. He said he was with the centre's decision in introducing regulated cross-border movement under FMR. The Chief Minister also told the State Assembly that nearly 2,000 foreigners, including Americans and British nationals, have crossed the India-Burma border to provide military training to resistance forces in Chinland from June to December, and stated that this has become a grave concern for the centre, prompting the reimposition of the protected area permit in the state. The Mizoram state government had initially opposed the decision to reimpose the protected area permit, also called PAP. Up next, we have the Bharatiya Janata Party on Wednesday swept the Haryana civic polls by winning 9 out of 10 municipal corporations, including in Rohtak, the bastion of Congress stalwart Bhupinder Hooda. BJP's mayoral candidates won Ambala, Gurugram, Sonipat, Rohtak, Karnal, Faridabad, Panipat, Hisar and Yamunanagar. The Nagar Nigam Chunav was conducted on March 2, 2025 with a 41% voter turnout across all municipal bodies. However, Panipat held its mayoral elections separately on March 9. These elections were held to elect mayors, presidents and ward members for municipal corporations, municipal councils and municipal committees across Haryana. The Congress, contesting the state civil polls on its own symbol for the first time, failed to open its account. In Manesar, independent candidate Inderjit Yadav defeated BJP's Sundar Lal. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini expressed gratitude to the people of Haryana and reiterated the importance of the win for the state's governance. He extended his heartfelt thanks to the voters, the Election Commission and all the officials for ensuring the peaceful conduct of the elections. Saini further emphasized the significance of this victory, stating that both the local body government and the triple-engine government would play a pivotal role in fulfilling Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of a Viksit Bharat.
जो मुहर हरियाणा के लोगों ने ये ट्रिपल इंजन सरकार के कार्यकाल पर लगाई है, मैं सबसे पहले जिन्होंने शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से हरियाणा प्रदेश के अंदर चुनाव संपन्न कराए हैं, सबसे बड़ी बधाई मैं हरियाणा प्रदेश के जन जन को देता हूं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के तमाम कार्यकर्ताओं को देता हूं, जिनकी मेहनत और हरियाणा प्रदेश के लोगों के आशीर्वाद से ये ट्रिपल इंजन की सरकार आज हरियाणा प्रदेश के अंदर बनी है। आदरणीय मोदी जी के जो मोदी जी ने एक सपना देखा है 2047 तक विकसित राष्ट्र का, उस विकसित राष्ट्र में हमारी ये स्थानीय निकाय की सरकार, ये ट्रिपल इंजन की सरकार, ये अपना मजबूत भूमिका उसके अंदर निभाएगी और ये भारत आदरणीय मोदी जी के सपनों का भारत 2047 तक बनेगा। मैं सभी कार्यकर्ताओं को, हरियाणा प्रदेश के 2 करोड़ 80 लाख लोगों को दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूं कि उन्होंने सरकार के कामों के ऊपर मुहर लगाई है, उन्होंने सरकार की नीतियों को और बल दिया है। हमारी सरकार की ये ट्रिपल इंजन सरकार की बड़ी जिम्मेवारी अब है कि हम 3 गुना गति से मिलकर के हरियाणा प्रदेश का विकास करेंगे, कामों को करेंगे। आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व के अंदर ये हरियाणा विकसित बनेगा, ये भारत विकसित बनेगा, उसको लेकर के हमारी ये ट्रिपल इंजन की सरकार काम करेगी।
नगर परिषद चुनाव में 32 में से 25 सीटें और भारी बहुमत से प्रधान सीट पर जीत कराकर अंबाला छावनी की जनता ने, जो मैं दिन रात जान लगाकर अंबाला का विकास कर रहा हूं, आज अंबाला छावनी की जनता ने मुझे इसका इनाम दे दिया। और पिछले जो चुनाव था, जो विधानसभा का चुनाव हुआ था, उसमें हालांकि कुछ गद्दारों ने षड्यंत्र रचा था, लेकिन उसके बावजूद 7वीं बार यहां से जिताकर एक उदाहरण पेश किया है। नगर परिषद पर बहुमत से भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीती है। और जैसा मैंने चुनाव से पहले कहा था कि मैं और ये जीते हुए पार्षद और जो हार भी गए हैं, हम उनका भी सहयोग लेंगे। हम सब मिलकर अंबाला छावनी को विकास की बुलंदियों पर पहुंचाएंगे।
साहब, अंबाला शहर में भी जो है वो मेयर जो है
अंबाला शहर में भी मेयर जीता है और हरियाणा के अधिकतर जहां पर चुनाव हुए थे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने परचम फहराया है। और इस परचम ने ये सिद्ध कर दिया कि हरियाणा से विपक्षी पार्टियों का सफाया हो गया है, पूरी तरह से खत्म हो गई है। इनकी नकारात्मक राजनीति को लोगों ने समझ लिया है और इनको दुत्कार दिया है।
सब जहां हुड्डा का गढ़ था, वहां पर भी जो है वो पूरी तरीके से कांग्रेस हारी है।
मैंने कहा ना कि विपक्षी पार्टियां सभी, चाहे उसमें हुड्डा है चाहे उसमें कोई और है, लोगों के सामने इनका चेहरा आ गया और लोगों ने इसको नकार दिया है। और लोगों ने नरेंद्र मोदी जी की जो विकास करने की राजनीति है, उसके ऊपर फिर एक बार अपनी सहमति की मोहर लगाई।
Nayab Singh Saini is celebrating Haryana.
এইটো ভিডিঅ'তে আমি খান জানিব কেনেকৈ আমি খান লগা ডাইট পৰা তেল দ কমতি কৰিব। মইনা দে তেল কিনা টাইম দে কমতি আৰু কিমান তেল লাগে ইমান হি কিনিবি। ইটো পৰা আপুনি তেল খাটো মনিটৰ কৰিবলৈ পাৰিব। সবজি পাকা টাইম দে তেল দ বটল পৰা নহয় কিনা সদায় একটা চামচ পৰা নাপ কৰি কিনা ডালিবি। গাঁওকে এবাৰ ৰাখিব কাৰণে কিচিম কিচিম তেল চলাই থাকিবি। তেলকে বাৰ বাৰ গৰম নকৰিবি আৰু একবাৰ তেলকে চলাই দিছে কৰিলে ইটো তেল দ আৰু পকাব কাৰণে নচলাবি। বাটাৰ আৰু ঘি নিচিনা খান কমতি আৰু লাগে আমাউন হি চলাবি। ইটো ভিডিঅ'তে আপুনি খান জানিছে কি কেনেকৈ নিজৰ লগা ডাইট পৰা তেল লগা ইস্তেমাল কমতি কৰিব। আহিবি আৰু দুবাৰা জানিব কি আজি কি শিকিছে। মইনা দে তেল কিনা টাইম দে কমতি আৰু কিমান তেল লাগে ইমান হি কিনিবি। ইটো পৰা আপুনি তেল খাটো মনিটৰ কৰিবলৈ পাৰিব। সবজি পাকা টাইম দে তেল দ বটল পৰা নহয় কিনা সদায় একটা চামচ পৰা নাপ কৰি কিনা ডালিবি। গাঁওকে বাৰ ৰাখিব কাৰণে কিচিম কিচিম তেল চলাই থাকিবি। তেলকে বাৰ বাৰ গৰম নকৰিবি আৰু একবাৰ তেলকে চলাই দিছে কৰিলে ইটো তেল দ আৰু পকাব কাৰণে নচলাবি। বাটাৰ আৰু ঘি নিচিনা খানটো কমতি আৰু লাগে আমাউন হি চলাবি।
Welcome back, viewers. Heading on to the next news. The Joint Parliamentary Committee on One Nation, One Election meeting, chaired by PP Chaudhary, announced a plan to launch a website where stakeholders and others can share their opinions on the bill. The committee plans to seek public opinion on the issue and will advertise in newspapers for this purpose. PP Chaudhary affirmed a commitment to bring one nation, one election for the benefit of the country. He further clarified that the doubts of the members are being cleared through discussions with experts. A portal is to be launched and a presentation on the same was made in the meeting. After making some corrections, the website for One Nation, One Election will be launched where stakeholders and others can share their opinions clause-wise. Following the meeting, PP Chaudhary said 2 experts, former CGI Ranjan Gogoi and former Delhi HC CJ Rajinder Menon gave a presentation and all the members of all parties asked questions. The website will have the bill attached in both Hindi and English, allowing people to give their general opinion after reading the Constitution of India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Port Louis on Tuesday, receiving a ceremonial welcome at the airport of Mauritius. Prime Minister Navin Chandra Ramgoolam and the warm welcome reception underscored the deep-rooted ties between the two nations. During his visit, both leaders engaged in delegation-level discussions aimed at enhancing cooperation across various sectors. In his remark, Prime Minister Navin Chandra expressed gratitude for Prime Minister Modi's presence at the 57th anniversary celebrations of Mauritius' independence. Ramgoolam stated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has honored them by his presence on this special occasion. His distinguished presence is a statement and a testament to the unique and special relationship between the two countries. In a historic announcement, Prime Minister Modi shared that the two nations had agreed to elevate their relationship and to enhance strategic partnership. He also revealed that India would cooperate in building a new parliament building in Mauritius, which has been described as a gift to Mauritius from the mother of democracy.
Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Paul Béranger, Madam Speaker, Ministers, Junior Ministers and distinguished guests and members of the media. His Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, has honored us by his presence amidst us on the occasion of the National Day celebrations of the 57th anniversary of our independence. His distinguished presence on this momentous occasion is testimony to the unique and very special relations which bind our two countries. It will be recalled that while formal diplomatic relations were established in 1948, our people-to-people ties go back to centuries. The resounding success of the community event held last evening at the Triano Convention Center, which gathered both Mauritian citizens and members of the Indian diaspora, was a clear illustration of the vibrancy of shared.
साथियों, आज प्रधानमंत्री नवीन चंद्र रामगुलाम और मैंने भारत मॉरिशस साझेदारी को एनहेंस स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप का दर्जा देने का निर्णय लिया है। हमने निर्णय लिया कि मॉरिशस में पार्लियामेंट की नई बिल्डिंग बनाने में भारत सहयोग करेगा। यह मदर ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी की ओर से मॉरिशस को भेंट होगी।
There was on India and Mauritius signing 8 pacts to strengthen their bilateral ties. Heading on to the next news, where Ukraine endorsed an American proposal for a 30-day ceasefire and agreed to immediate negotiations with Russia in crunch talks in Jeddah on Tuesday after 3 years of grinding war. The positive response from Ukraine prompted President Donald Trump's administration to lift a freeze on military aid and to predict the beginning to an end to 3 years of war. with Trump stunning allies by applying intense pressure on Kyiv and reaching out to Moscow. Ukrainian officials came to talks in Saudi Arabia, eager to make up, and had a proposed partial truce on air and sea attacks. Trump's advisors pressed for more and said Ukraine agreed to the proposal for a full month-long ceasefire in a war that has claimed tens of thousands of lives. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told reporters after around 9 hours of talks in an ornate a hotel in Jeddah that they made an offer that the Ukrainians have accepted, which is to enter into a ceasefire and to immediate negotiations. Rubio said the United States would immediately resume military assistance and intelligence sharing. It had cut off the pressure its wartime partner following a disastrous February 28 meeting between Trump and President Volodymyr Zelensky. In Washington, Trump said that he was ready to welcome Zelensky back to the White House and may speak to President Vladimir Putin this week.
Today we made an offer that the Ukrainians have accepted, which is to enter into a ceasefire and into immediate negotiations to end this conflict in a way that's enduring and sustainable and accounts for their interests, their security, their ability to prosper as a nation. I want to personally thank, we both want to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Majesty, for hosting us, for making this possible. They've been instrumental in this process, and we're very grateful to them for hosting us here today. And hopefully we'll take this offer now to the Russians. And we hope that they'll say yes, to peace. The ball is now in their court. And, but again, the President's objective here is, number one, above everything else, he wants the war to end. And I think today Ukraine has taken a concrete step in that regard. We hope the Russians will reciprocate.
The Ukrainian delegation today made something very clear, that they share President Trump's vision for peace. They share his determination to end the fighting, to end the killing, to end the tragic meat grinder of people and national treasure that's happening on the front in Ukraine. Number one. Number two, they made concrete steps and concrete proposals, not only accepting our proposal for a full ceasefire, which you can see the details of which are in our joint statement that we released together, but we also got into substantive details on how this war is going to permanently end, what type of guarantees they're going to have for their long-term security and prosperity, but also really looking at what it's going to take to finally end this.
At least 155 hostages were freed after armed rebels hijacked a train carrying over 400 passengers in Pakistan's restive Balochistan region on Tuesday. The rescued passengers, including 58 men, 31 women and 15 children, were taken to Marsh, a nearby town where a makeshift hospital has been set up. It is not clear as of now how many hostages remained on board, but the Jafar Express was intercepted by armed attackers in a tunnel in a remote area on its way from Quetta to Peshawar, a route that was made operational after a month-long suspension. The gunfight between the rebels of the Balochistan Liberation Army, also called BLA, and the Pakistani forces continued overnight, in which at least 27 rebels have been killed. Hostages freed from a train siege in southwestern Pakistan on Tuesday said they walked for hours through mountainous terrain to reach safety. Forced to leave behind relatives from whom they were separated, and rebels waging a war of independence against the Pakistani state set off explosions on the railway track in a remote area of Balochistan, forcing the train to halt and taking more than 450 passengers hostage. Telecom companies Airtel and Jio have signed pact with Elon Musk, SpaceX, to bring Starlink's internet services to India. On Tuesday, Bharti Airtel entered into an agreement with SpaceX to introduce Starlink's satellite internet services in India, according to a regulatory filing on Tuesday. However, the partnership remains subject to regulatory approvals for SpaceX to offer Starlink services in the country. Under the agreement, Airtel may distribute Starlink equipment through its retail outlets and provide high-speed satellite internet services to businesses. Additionally, both companies will work towards expanding reliable internet access to rural schools, healthcare centers, and remote areas, contributing to efforts to bridge the digital divide. Beyond improving connectivity, the partnership will assess how Starlink's satellite technology can complement Airtel's existing network while enabling SpaceX to use Airtel's ground infrastructure in India. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Mukesh Ambani-led Jio Platforms Limited also made a similar pact with the American company. Jio Platforms Limited plans to offer Starlink solutions through its retail stores and online platforms. Under this partnership, Jio's extensive presence as the world's largest mobile operator by data traffic and Starlink's leadership in low Earth orbit satellite technology will be utilized to provide reliable broadband connectivity across India, including its most remote and rural areas. Those are all the updates for now. Stay tuned for more and keep watching Hornbill TV.